Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, now with events throughout the year.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special bonus evening edition of the Lunchbox. We're calling it Lunchbox After Dark, and we are at the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Tonight, it's the Asian-themed walk and roll event. It's our second year broadcasting here, second year of this event, and we are raring to go. I mean, not only is it a celebration of Asian culture, we're also going to be replaying this later in the month on January 29th, which is the Lunar New Year, also known as Chinese New Year. It's going to be the year of the snake.
Nice.
And I'm going to be slithering around a little bit later. But without further ado, I want to welcome to the show one of the special guest visiting celebrity chefs in town for the festival this week. His name is Alex Ballou. And if you are a fan of Hell's Kitchen, you know who this guy is. He won season 21.
Oh, nice.
He is I guess now a paid indentured servant of one Mr. Gordon Ramsay.
No, I was for a little while, that's for sure.
But we welcome you to the Lunchbox. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. What do you think of our weather this time of year?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. I got off it's like 20 degrees in Nashville this morning, still snow on the ground, and I landed. I was like, my only relationship with Florida has been hot.
Right.
I was in Miami last year during February. It was like the sun was
not
actually
Nashville
on
hot.
the earth.
Not putting on the hot sauce.
Yeah,
We're talking about
not like Prince's Hot Chicken hot. This
no,
is just
we're
like
talking heat, humidity,
sunburn
sweat,
in a building. Yeah.
schwitz, as I call it, from Brooklyn. We got a little schwitz going. But no,
this weather's this is amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
and,
great.
Thankfully, this year the rain is held off. Last year we had a little bit of a downpour. But you brought the nice weather with you. Looks like you got a little beach time in today. There, Alex.
Yeah. Just trying to stay in the sun, keep the kids out there, get them off a Fortnite every now and then. It's ridiculous.
That's good. It's easy to do that down here. So kids, put the iPads down and come on out.
I regret the gaming room I built in for Christmas
Oh,
already.
gaming room.
Yeah, like by the day after Christmas, I was like, "Are the kids here? I haven't seen them." Since that morning, they were just gone. They're gone.
Well, it's one way to keep them occupied and to go off and do other things. But well, tell us a little bit about your background. What led you to Hell's Kitchen, and how did you emerge not only unscathed but victorious? I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I've been working in restaurants since 1998.
Okay.
So it's been a long road. Started cooking in about 2004, and thought I wanted to go to culinary school. I was always a musician and working in restaurants.
That was you singing, right?
Yeah, that was me singing. Yeah, I was singing
pipes,
tonight.
man. What the
you
heck?
are. Okay,
Thanks,
I was
yeah.
going to ask you what you're doing here tonight.
Singing, apparently.
Singing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, my band, I'm in a band. My band has a single coming out tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And we have a full record coming out on
Funny
Valentine's
how
Day.
many chefs, like we have a local in town, Reno Sorbonne, who's a frontman for a hardcore heavy metal band. And Reno, again, it used to be that all chefs wanted to be rock stars and
No,
all
actually
rock
wanted to be
stars
chefs.
wanted to be chefs or something
That
like
still
that.
exists.
That still exists.
I mean, I know plenty of guys that when they're on the road, they're smoking on their Traegers before the show. They're cooking for the entire crew. I know a lot of chefs and cooks that are also musicians. These two worlds, they really do
Funny.
coexist. It's pretty nuts.
So you're going to be doing a full set tonight?
I'm just doing one song.
One song?
Yeah.
Okay. I might do one song too. You might not know this about me. Obviously, how would you? I once knocked them dead, literally, in Tokyo. No, actually, Nagano, Japan, during the 1998 Olympics. I went to a karaoke bar, and I started warbling out Roxanne by the Police. Exactly. You got a much better voice
Yeah.
than me.
You do it,
When
not
I
you.
did
I
it,
thought you might have done tequila. It's just one word, the whole song.
the sake glasses and the whiskey glass all shattered. You don't have to put on the red. No, it's terrible.
That wasn't bad.
No, it's terrible. You don't want
Don't
to
egg
hear
him
the whole
on,
thing.
please.
Don't egg me on.
Yeah, I mean, we sound almost identical.
Not
see.
at all.
Well, Alex Ballou. So, again, how does that process work to get chosen? Obviously, besides being very handsome and talented,
please.
but you gotta go through a rigorous process? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of luck involved. Obviously, there's something like 18,000 people that applied to be on the show, and so you fill out this online application, or there's someone that actually actively reaches out to you because they like you on Instagram or whatever. But then the process is about 6 months.
Wow.
There's 9 hours of Zoom interviews so you start with bottom level producers and you work your way to the top of Fox, and then there's background checks, like detailed who was your fifth grade best friend, and what's their email address. I was like, fifth grade was 1994, so email not a thing.
No idea exactly.
And then there's blood work, EKGs, alcohol tests, drug tests.
All that stuff.
They've been burned that. It feels like you only do that because you were burned at some point. Like that's.
Well, no,
I understand
all these
they're
reality
smart,
shows
like,
now, they all have been burned at some point where somebody buried some arrest.
Well,
or
when you're
something,
when you're in this high pressure game and you're living with all the people that you're competing with, they want to make sure that someone's not going to stab you in your sleep.
Right.
Because I mean, you're working 21-hour days.
Oh,
Right.
geez, really?
And so you go to bed at 2:30 or 3 in the morning. You're up at 5:30 or 6,
Oh, my God.
and then it's just balls to the wall all day long.
But I feel like music and being in the restaurant business almost trains you for that, because the life on the road is, from what I know, is almost like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's grueling, it's rough, and there's a lot of lonely times. You know, with me, I was running a restaurant in the middle of COVID, and my restaurant pivoted from being a fine dining place to a meal prep place.
Was that named Dallas and Jane?
Dallas and Jane was the name of my restaurant. It was named after my
In
grandparents,
Nashville?
right in Murfreesboro.
In Murfreesboro,
Oh, nice.
Tennessee. Okay.
And then COVID happened, and we pivoted to a meal prep company.
Okay.
And that just put me into like a bad mental health space. I mean, I was in serious depression.
A lot of people were, yeah.
And the only reason I applied to Hell's Kitchen was because I was like, what the hell else am I doing?
Well, you're already in hell, so why not go to Hell's Kitchen?
I was like, I'm not doing
Now,
anything.
And now for the question that you get everywhere, what's Gordon Ramsay really like?
He's a complete ass. No, he's one of the most.
We've heard he's actually a good dude.
He's one of the most genuine, witty, smart, hardworking people I've ever met.
Yeah, and I've never met him in person, but I know a couple of people, competitors on the show who have, and they said that his persona is just that, a persona. And it's kind of like me on the internet and on the Let's Eat South Florida group where we're streaming the show and simulcasting tonight. I play an asshole.
Persona.
And, so it's good for ratings sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, once the cameras are off, he's like, are you okay?
Yeah.
But as soon as they're on, they're like, what are you fucking doing, you donut? And you're like, oh, we were just having a moment.
Now, there is kind of this tangential tie-in between you and Asian cuisine, because I understand that on the show, one of the things that wowed him and the judges was you made a General Tso's chicken wings that kind of got you through and got you noticed.
Wow, that's amazing.
I love Asian cuisine. I think a lot of times for me, American food gets very boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like, I put salt, onion, garlic, and paprika on it, and I'm like, wow, it tastes like everything else you just made.
Here, when you get to play around with fish sauce,
and soy sauce and tamari and ponzu and the salt and the sugar and the acid, and you've got all these different textures and flavors, and it never gets dull. You know, you throw gochujang into something, and you're all of a sudden like, man, this is an umami bomb.
Gochujang is just a very sexy word, and anytime people put it on my food, I end up immediately
getting aroused.
If I get another
my
dog,
nipples get a little hard, but
I'm gonna have to go.
That's it. Oh no, don't worry, Lubie's used to it. I direct
No,
all my-
your hard nipples.
I just sat here for some reason.
Where is this
actually, my
going?
girlfriend just
Thank God his
arrived.
girlfriend's
Yeah.
here, so
So
tennis gonna
glad
hurt.
I'm here right now.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to make him blush. That is the suntan. All right, so
Well, I'm curious though. Okay, he's hard on you, and I come from a sports background. Grew up in an era where they would be hard on you, and that was the only way they knew, and it would work, right? It would make you better.
Yeah.
How much better does that show actually make you? Because that's the idea, right? Is to find the best, but it's also to improve you, and they coach you and this and that. How much better does that show make you from your own perspective as a chef, in whatever way you think it made you maybe improved or better or grown?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't get put in a pressure test a lot. Most of us give up before we actually need to. Use working out or going to the gym. You probably got 3 or 4 more sets in, but you're just like, nah, I'm done. But if someone was there pushing you, you could nail it out. The same way with Hell's Kitchen, they are pushing you so hard past your comfort zone. You come out of that thing knowing you can do more than you thought you could. You're stronger than you think. You can push yourself harder than you can function on such little sleep. It's crazy. I mean, you're in this fight or flight mode the whole time. But the amount of gumption and energy and passion you can put behind something is far more than you actually think you have.
That's great. It doesn't tear you down so much as build you up.
Yeah.
It makes you
And
stronger.
It lets you know what you're capable of.
So let
That's
me ask you
interesting.
this: now that you won, I guess it's like you win the $250,000 package, or you get to go. No,
Not quite so
Not
accurate.
after.
So
Okay, I
let me just
don't
clarify.
believe anything you read on the internet.
Well, let
folks.
me clarify.
Okay.
So 100,000 of that is the salary if you take the job.
Okay,
So I didn't
that's
take
at
the job.
his Atlantic City
Correct.
Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, you have to
Which
go there.
our co-host during the daytime, Jeff Kifo DeForest, is a degenerate gambler, and he goes up to the Atlantic City, and he's been to the Gordon Ramsay
A bunch
Hell's
of
Kitchen
Yeah, it's great.
a bunch of times, and because he doesn't have to pay, his wife gets comped because she's a heavy duty slots player, so he always enjoys the food because free always tastes good. But he really was saying that the food there is pretty good. He had one steak come out overcooked one time, and then he put on his Gordon Ramsay hat and said, "This is dog shit." No, he didn't do that. But
I'm sure. Hopefully, they made it right for him. So I did go up there. I worked there part time, 1 week a month for 14 months.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I worked out a deal with him. I just couldn't move my entire family to Atlantic City. That's
Right.
not. It's
And
not a
that's-
kid friendly zone.
No, it's not the
Well,
best
you had a
place to
life
raise a
setup.
family, unless you want to raise your kids to be slot
Meth
players.
addicts.
Yeah. But so
I
do you
should
have a
said
red?
slot machine
Yeah,
addicts.
slot
My
addicts.
bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, meth addicts,
Meth,
slot addicts.
slots,
It's a fine line up
AC
there.
is great
Um,
if you love meth.
so do you have now a base in Nashville or Tennessee? Do you have any kind of restaurant operation?
No, I'm moving and going so much that I don't have time to have my own spot. I sold my restaurant in 2022, and now between doing private events, pop-ups,
Oh, nice.
food and wine
and you
events.
got that name recognition. I mean, are you comfortable being known as a celebrity chef? Or
No, I don't really like that term.
Okay.
That's funny.
I'm just a cook, man.
Okay.
I'm a guy that got really lucky. I
Yeah.
mean, I worked hard for it. I've been working hard my whole life, but I got lucky. I'm very blessed, and I'm just a normal dude, just like everybody else.
Well, you seem like it. Do you want to start a restaurant down here? Because
Oh,
we need more.
He
The
said
more, the
no.
merrier. No. Okay.
That was the hardest. It was probably the hardest 5 years of my life.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I was
really?
working 90 hours a week. I
Yeah,
never saw
those-
my kids.
Oh, my
It's 18-hour days.
Yeah.
It's really hell on family men, and
It's tough.
It is tough. But we're glad you're here.
Yeah,
we're
it's
going to
great
let
to have
you
you.
roam. The crowd is starting to come in. One quick question. So, what's your itinerary for the week? Are you doing any kind of official cooking classes, seminars,
Demonstrations?
demonstrations?
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm prepping for my demo on Saturday.
Nice.
I'm also judging the barbecue competition
Oh,
last night.
here we
Tomorrow
go.
night.
me and you have something in common.
Okay.
I will be one of the judges.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
but 'cause
Venmo me if you're a part of this competition. We'll
Yeah.
talk.
in my
Your ribs
previous,
might suck, but your money
I
talks.
used
He
to
can be bought.
I used to be one of those people that you probably hated. I was a critic. I was a newspaper critic.
I've been told about you.
Yeah. My reputation.
Every
hates
female
me.
here is terrified of you. I'm going to just let you find him. He's upstairs.
Yeah. But I'm looking for, again, tomorrow night, the barbecue competition is the first time they've changed the venue so it allows for live fire smoking.
It's smoking
The
and
chefs
grilling,
are
the whole
setting
thing.
up overnight. They're getting their drums and their smoke and their fires, pits
I'm excited.
going. And there's going to be some good outside competition from outside the area. And then there's this place from Miami called Apocalypse Barbecue. They're
They do
defending their
great.
title. They do a cafecito rubbed rib that's excellent.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, it's nuts.
you're in store for a treat. I
I'm
know
ready.
a lot of people
I'm ready.
denigrate the barbecue scene in South Florida, but we do have some,
We have some talented people.
That's one of the parts of food that is so scientific, and you've got to be so dialed in. Like,
Mm.
that's where I don't have the patience for it.
Right.
I've got a lot of
Smoking.
friends that are pit masters.
Yep.
I want to eat in 12 minutes.
Right.
So I want a New York strip. I want it done, and I want it in my
Yeah,
mouth.
give me a nice 800-degree broiler, and you got yourself a
Right,
steak in 3
yeah.
minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
not like, hey, I want to eat tomorrow,
Yeah.
so let me start this brisket today.
Yeah, way too much forethought.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
right
not,
with you.
it's not my vibe.
It's going to be good. All right, so I'm glad you're going to be doing a demonstration. What
On
time
Saturday.
on Saturday?
I think my demo's at 2 o'clock on
2
Saturday.
p.m.
Oh, nice.
I'll be there. I'm also
be there.
judging. Now, tomorrow night is pretty easy. I hear there's 15 competitors, so we got to have, 15 bites. Saturday, there's 73 different restaurants. I'm going to bring my stomach instead.
What's Saturday for you?
The grand tasting, and it's also a judged event. And there's
Oh.
a People's Choice winner, and there's a judges winner. So I'm going to be running around just stuffing my face, which
Okay.
is what I do best. So it's all
I'm
good.
excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to
no.
not eat breakfast.
That-
And
yeah,
again,
don't-
those
it's
events,
great.
unfortunately, are sold out. But if you want to come right here, I
Tonight,
think
it's
there
not.
are gate tickets available. You can walk up to the gate and come in and check out all the different great local restaurateurs, Asian cuisine from all over.
All
and
over.
Alex Blue will be belting out a tune. And we're going to let you go. I'm
Appreciate
looking
it.
forward to seeing you around in the next few days.
Yeah, man. Thank
Enjoy
you.
Fort Lauderdale. If
Thank
you
you.
need any tips, you could ask me. I mean, I know a couple of things.
If you have room to eat outside of the event,
Yeah.
he knows his thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say I got when I flew in, I went straight to the hotel. I had not eaten all day.
Okay.
There was no menu in my room, and they've got me at the Four Seasons. By far the nicest hotel I've ever stayed
Oh,
at.
nice. Got to check out Evelyn's there.
Yeah, that's what they told me. But
Uh,
I called room service. I was like, hey, can I just get like a steak or something? And they brought it up in about an hour. And when I signed the ticket, it was $150.
Oh,
yeah,
I was
no,
like,
no.
welcome to
I
Go to
immediately
Evelyn's.
I had to call my wife, and I was like, I am so sorry. I just bought a $20 steak for $150.
Yeah, that is South Florida. For
Yeah.
you. All right,
Welcome.
Alex, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
My
stopping
pleasure.
by the Lunchbox. We will see you around the next few days.
Thanks,
If you're
guys.
going to be out at some of these events, say hello. He seems pretty friendly. He does not bite or scream like Gordon Ramsay.
Or
What you
Mike Mayo.
doing?
Huh?
What you doing? Turn this shit off.
That's it. All right, let's take our first break, and we're going to find some more of the culinary talent here at the Asian-themed Walk and Roll, also celebrating the Year of the Snake, right after these words on the Lunchbox.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see it continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligan's, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to for the finest poultry and the freshest fish. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway, just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations.
Sausage and mustard.
Walk and roll. Oh, now we're back.
Mic's on,
okay,
good
the
thing,
mic's
yes.
on. The headphones weren't. It's a live broadcast
They do.
from a
If you come
live
over
event.
here,
Yeah, come on around here.
Go over
We've
there.
got Alex Coop from
Temple
Temple Street Eatery, and he's brought some special guests. Look, this is a great event, and the second year we're doing it, it's going to be outgrowing this facility. I think next year we're going to
We
be
hope.
in a
We
new
hope.
place.
Yep.
But we love it because we're able to set up and do a broadcast, a live stream Lunchbox show. And Alex, who have we brought with you today? It's
Cal, my friend Cal over here from Palace Indian over in Davie. He's an amazing restaurant, homemade, family run. Him and his father are amazing. They brought. What did you bring today?
We brought a samosa chaat, a very popular street food. Very excited to share with everybody today.
Samosas, I love. They're like little kind of also like fried. They're kind of like an Indian empanada, right?
Exactly just like that. I call them love triangles.
Yes, to put it in Miami terms. Now, I love Indian food. I spent some time in London, and I'm seeing it's great to see more Indian places sprouting here in Broward County. Just tell me the history.
But you know what I love about his place?
What's that?
Indian food is, like I said, growing, right? But you don't know what to eat. So if you go for his lunch buffet, he will walk you through every item and tell you exactly what you should eat, how it's made. It's amazing.
And that's one of the popular features of many Indian restaurants is the lunch buffet. And you have that going when? Every weekday? Or?
Yeah, every day except for Tuesday from 11:30 to 3.
Are you closed Tuesdays?
We do close on Tuesdays.
Okay, well, you are entitled to a break. We got Neki Mohan waiting in the wings here. Well, I'm glad. How did you, when did you open Palace Indian? It's
so we've actually been around for over 20 years.
Oh, you're kidding me. Isn't it that plaza next to the Carvel?
It is, exactly.
It is.
There.
Okay, my daughter went to school out there at American Heritage, and I've noticed it, but I've never gone in there. So shame on me. I always busy stopping in getting a sundae at Carvel.
Okay.
Look at me. But
well, now we've met. I'd be happy to have you over.
Oh, great. Well,
I've been reading your content for years.
Oh,
actually.
good.
Yeah.
Well, it would be a pleasure to get in there. And
nice.
This is wonderful because, you say walk and roll and people think of just, Chinese food or Japanese and sushi rolls. But this is a whole celebration of Asian culture. We're also going to be replaying this show on January 29th, which is the Lunar New Year.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you if you got any special, dragon lion dances going on that night.
At our Baushi location over in Permanent Pines, they're doing a lion dance out there.
That's the food hall in Pines.
Yep. Coming out there, the whole Asian celebration that night and everything. But yeah, we love, all AAPI restaurants in Broward County.
Yeah.
So it's a great event to highlight, and someone like Cal and his family who does work so hard and to really let their culture shine through their food. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm going to just give a quick rundown because what's represented here tonight, we have Chinese cuisine, Japanese cuisine, Vietnamese, the Chino-Latino fusion that you guys spotlight at Temple Street.
That's right.
We have Indian cuisine. We have Korean. We have Pinoy, which is the Filipino. We have Indonesian, Krakatoa, my friends from Hollywood.
Amazing.
We also have the Pacific Islanders and Hawaii with the Sweet Aloha ice cream. So,
that's right.
this is why I love Broward County and Greater Fort Lauderdale and the Food Festival, because we have so many different countries and cultures represented.
That's right.
And it's all good, right?
And it's great that, Phil and Kate really highlight locally owned restaurants. And, of course, the benefit, Joe DiMaggio's, amazing Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital out there, which, actually my cousin just gave birth, and they're taking great care of her. And so it's awesome.
It's great. So this is a celebration. Come on out. I think there's still tickets available at the door.
Yeah.
And the rest of the week is sold out. So if you want to get a taste of the festival and you didn't buy any tickets yet for the weekend stuff, come on out here right now. Backyard, which is in the Himarshi district, or Himarshi, I mispronounced it, but right next to the Revolution. And it's you can walk up to the door and buy your tickets and come in, and you're going to have all kinds of great bites.
We also forgot to mention all the great beer Sapporos here. We have Sakis.
Yeah, I got a little sample of this. This is, I guess, Florida's only house brewed or homemade or whatever you
Brewed
say.
Only sake brewery.
Only sake brewery in Florida. And I just was talking to Hyder, who's one of the proprietors, and he says it's like a fermented rice, obviously, but it's unfiltered, and they put a little strawberry in it, so you get a little citrus and
perfect.
Nice
Florida.
little sweet. And it's a very Florida drink. And I say, I guess I don't even know which salutation to give, but I'll just say kampai. And
bottoms up, gampai.
Bottoms
There's
up.
actually, I'm trying to find Diego around here. He's running around, but we
Yeah,
got.
that's all right.
This
It's
is
all
our.
good.
You're doing this all night, so we'll be here. So, but actually, I like to give you this. This is our dish, our Hainanese chicken.
Hainanese chicken
Yes.
is becoming a thing.
It's becoming a thing. It's on top of there. You got a little spice with the Chino Latino chili crisp.
Oh, I love it.
Homemade ginger chimichurri.
I got to pick up some of your chili crisp because I'm right down the block from you guys now,
Yeah.
and I bought the one from the famous David Chang Momofuku chili crisp. They're selling it for like $15 a jar at Publix. So I got to come in and get yours.
Come on down.
Because I like to support local. I'm gonna have a bite of the chicken. Meanwhile, I'm gonna let you run because you gotta mingle. The crowd is pouring in to the complex here at Backyard. Good luck. I promise you, I'm going to come into Palace one of these days for a buffet lunch.
Thank you very much.
How long does it run till? From 11 till 3?
From 11:33, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
maybe we'll come out and do a show out there. Can we do
Please.
that?
We'd love to have you.
Excellent. All right.
Awesome.
Alex,
Thanks so much.
good to see
I'm
you.
gonna switch off
Have a
on
great
Diego
new
later.
year. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again
Sounds good.
in a few months or
Sounds
something
good.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah, something special. Thank
All
you.
good. Great.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
And now, without further ado, a friend of the show, Neki Mohan, and she looks a little hangry to me tonight. No, look at that smile. She looks stunning as usual. People are streaming in. We're here. Lubie is working his magic. Thank you for the chicken, for the bite. Val is here. She's chugging down. I don't know if that's a Heineken or a Perrier.
It's a Perrier.
Oh, okay.
Val's being good.
We fancy here. San Pellegrino.
That's right. San Pellegrino. Yeah, I've noticed, I see some more.
What's going on, bro?
I see some Indian food. You guys are expanding. I love it.
Yes.
I see you guys even let some Miami people in this year.
Of course, we want to diversify a little bit, get a little people more from different community, more cultural, representation over here.
There we go.
Indian food, Indonesian food coming in. Yeah, some delicious, ramen over here with sudu.
Yep.
So, and then we have Tran Am from the 305. Got to represent.
And they're
as well.
Vietnamese, right? It's a Vietnamese cuisine.
Well, it must say something when you got the 305 wanting to come to our festival, right?
Right.
Because I noticed that at other events, that's not at Timon's at the Catherine.
Yeah.
He had a lot of 305
had-
Michelin chefs
He
in
had
his event.
the assemblage of culinary talent that Timon had. He had the Chang, siblings. They call it the Chang Gang.
Yep.
Val, who won the James Beard Award for Best Chef in the Southeast, came up along with her brother, Nando, who just found out yesterday that his restaurant, Itamae, which is next to Mati's, which is his sister's restaurant, it's in the back, but he found out his restaurant is now going to be included in the Michelin Guide
Amazing.
for 2025. He doesn't know if they've been awarded any Michelin stars, but he knows they've been included in the Michelin Guide as a recommended restaurant. They'll find out.
Well, and
in a
what
few
people will
months.
say is let's go to his restaurant before he gets a star, and while we can still get in.
Now, Timon, he's
Yeah,
killing
we
it.
gotta say congrats to Nando.
Congrats.
And it's great, seeing Timon, his background and him and Marissa, they have a little bit of every continent going
He puts
on.
a lot of detail into every single like all the dishes, all the fish that he brings in, and
Yeah.
how he ferments it or dry age it.
Yeah, no,
Not a
he's-
lot of people are doing that type of stuff here.
It was
and
amazing.
he's
Because I'm
doing-
not a big ceviche fan, but he had this specially aged grouper.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Did you guys also know that he's a rapper too?
He's
Oh
a
my
rapper?
goodness.
Oh, no,
You guys
the
gotta
Chang.
Nando Chang.
Nando Chang. I've heard his
Music is
Sushi,
amazing too.
That is so
something.
Miami.
He's,
that is
yeah,
so South
sushi
Florida. That is so South
Love
Florida.
it.
Sushi
Yeah.
chef and I rap.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
And we just were visiting with Alex Ballou, who's one of the visiting chefs who won a season of Hell's Kitchen, and he is also a singer, a band. He's going to be belting out a tune later. Alex is doing some stuff. Came in from Tennessee, and that's always good. But yeah, it seems like all the chefs want to be rock stars want to be chefs. What's happening at Temple Street and Bale Street? Things going well during the season, Diego?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good changes going on around. We got a new vendor in there right now. So we got a Thai and Filipino fusion restaurant.
Oh,
that is
in Bale
there,
Street?
In Bale Street right
good.
now.
So we got Thai also in the house. Great.
Thai in the house, and then soon enough, we're about to gear up for Chinese New Year, so on the 29th. So we're 31st. We're actually throwing a
Larry
lion dance
Sanders,
show.
retired NBC network journalist. is here. It's great
We
to
got the
see
Today
all the
Show here.
local.
We're
the
so
local
big
talents.
that Today Show's here.
The Lunchbox is booming. Kerry Sanders recently retired.
That's
You know
right.
him. We all grew up watching him on TV. Welcome to. We can have him
He was
slide in next
at the
segment.
restaurant the other day when we were doing our second.
That's right. He came in when we were there.
We saw him at
we
Temple
saw him
Street.
at Temple Street. He's a fan of
Thank you
good
so
local
much.
cuisine. And I also see him at the pizza spot all the time because he lives in that neighborhood. Our friends Wade and Reese.
He could walk here.
Oh, I walked here today. Are you proud of me, Nikki?
I'm so proud of you. You're
I walked
I think I'm gaining all the
across
weight you're losing.
Andrew Street
You
Bridge.
walk and then I will roll it.
Walk and then I'll
Oh,
roll later.
Dead punch.
That's
You know?
it.
He walks, I roll.
I roll.
Well, this is great. So let people know again. Bayoshi Food Hall, Hines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Pembroke Pines University.
I had a great time when we came out there. We sat at the bar. We were able to get a whole bunch of different items.
December 31st, we're throwing a Chinese New Year party there, Lunar New Year.
Wait, January? January 31st. Because the actual New Year is January 29th.
January
Lunar New
29th,
Year.
yes.
29th is when the celebration will be.
The Year of the Snake.
Year of the Snake. What does the Year of the Snake usually bring?
So Year of the Snake is one of the kind of talking about the snake. It's a little bit, it's crafty. It's a little flexible.
Slithery.
So it's literally, so it's slippery slope. You're gonna have your ups and downs, but at the same time, it's sharp. So this year is gonna be one of those years that we're hoping that it's gonna be like there's a lot of surprises and whatnot going on.
Oh, great.
So that's kind of like what the snake is all about.
Neki Mohan, can you guess what year I was born in? And this is going to be the easiest one. Just think of where are we on Fridays?
All right.
We're at Gulfstream on Friday.
Yeah, what runs
Year of the
around the
horse.
track? Year of the horse.
Oh,
I am a Year of the horse guy.
Okay.
And I think horses, I don't know what the characteristics
I'm
are,
here
except
on
I
the
eat
ride.
like a horse. Yeah.
Very confident. So my wife is also a Year of the horse. So very confident, ooze a lot of confidence person. So
What are you? You were born what year?
I'm an ox, so I'm stubborn like an ox.
Ox, okay.
That's why I'm in the kitchen. I'm stubborn.
As long as there's no rats around. The Year of the rat always skews me out a little bit. But
I know. What I love, I've known Diego and Yvette, his wife, for a while, and I love going out to eat with them because Diego orders everything on the menu.
That's like me.
He orders everything on the menu.
We need to do dim sum one day together.
We should.
orders
I actually
everything on the menu.
checked out, Filbert's, family opened up Kieran, which used to be Silver Pond, and I went in there for a dim sum brunch the other week. I'm very happy with it because they have the rolling push carts. Very few places have that in South Florida, and they're doing it right. And so I would love to go because I'm like Diego. I become the table captain, and like whatever anybody wants doesn't matter. I'm just saying, bring me this, 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 and this, and then usually everybody says, yeah, that was pretty good ordering.
A big table is a full table just brings a lot of happiness to everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So why not?
Well, props to you and Alex. The Hainanese chicken is excellent with
It's
with your
amazing.
own chili
and it's
crisp
not
sauce.
raining this year. Oh my
Hallelujah.
goodness, thank you. But last year we still had fun in the rain.
Yes.
We will have fun no matter
No
what.
matter what, rain or shine, we bring the party. We bring the heat.
Diego, thanks. I'm going to let you get back to your station.
Thank you so much, guys.
And we'll see you downstairs after the show. And let's take our second break. Mike Lubie Lubitz will be back with more on this special Lunchbox After Dark from Walk and Roll at the 2025 Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival after these words. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner, reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the New River. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. It has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey district, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and back here on a Lunchbox After Dark edition, coming to you live from the Rock and Roll Asian themed event at the 2025 Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. I'm joined by Neki Mohan from Visit Lauderdale. You know her, star of stage, screen, and journalism. And
it's just such an amazing, but like you said before,
yeah.
The Food and Wine Festival tells the story of the 170 cultures that live in Broward County.
Yeah, and I was just rattling through the list here. Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. We got Thai, Korean, Pinoy, Filipino, Indonesian, Indian, and Pacific Islander, Hawaiian.
And because we're such a spread out county, they're everywhere. And you get an opportunity to see, that's a drink, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
You get an opportunity to see all these amazing restaurants we have in our destination at these festivals. You buy a ticket to one of these events, you will get your money's worth. You will not leave hungry.
I love about this festival, okay, so this event itself, it's only in its second year, growing so much that next year they're going to have to move to a new venue. And the festival overall, sixth year, and it keeps growing, but growing in the right way. I always call this festival the right size festival, because when you get a ticket to one of these events, the crowd is the right size. There's not long lines. You usually can get around and try all the different bites and sips in a reasonable manner. And that's one of the things I love about the job.
And it's very relaxed.
Yeah.
Like there's no airs, there's no graces. There's just people that love to cook and people like me that love to eat. And we come out and we have a great night. There's great music. The Mai Kai dancers were on. The Mai Kai restaurant reopened.
Yeah. They reopened.
After
Tiki
a mass
culture
renovation.
is, huge.
Yep.
Yeah,
They started the night. Now they've got a band. It's just here at the beautiful backyard.
Yeah.
Which is
this
amazing.
Is a nice, it's a really nice
I
venue.
love this venue. Like, you might have to have it at the convention center. You know, the brand new convention center
When
renovation.
is that going to be ready?
It's going to be ready in September of 2025.
Nice.
Pier 66 just reopened.
It's reopening. I hear nothing
Correct.
but spectacular
But
things.
we have a public amphitheater at the Broward County Convention Center that will be available for events like this.
Oh, wow.
So I
Okay.
think maybe that's
I
an
think
option.
that's a natural progression.
That's a natural progression for this festival. You can come by car or you can come by water taxi.
You can even probably come by helicopter, right? Or
I don't think we have a helipad.
There's no
but
helipad yet?
Nobody will stop you.
All right. Well, the airport is close enough, so that's
The
all
airport
good.
and the port may have issues with that.
So-
Don't say I did.
I know I saw you at the Catherine the other night.
Yes.
What else are you going to be partaking in this week?
So
Nikki?
one of my favorite foods is barbecue.
I'm there tomorrow.
But they changed the name of it. It used to be the Barbecue Battle.
Right.
Tomorrow night, it's sold out, but it's an amazing event. And last year, a restaurant from Miami. So it's still a competition.
There's some competitors coming in from Texas. There's some competitors coming in from, I think, South Carolina. It's
we
a really
love
good
competition.
lineup.
Yeah.
And look, last year, Apocalypse Barbecue out of Miami, they swept. They both got the Judges and the People's Choice Awards because they did this cafecito rubbed rib that was really good.
Amazing.
But we got local talent. You know who I ran into the other day when we were doing our show at Delaware Chicken Farm, and she was buying some poultry parts for her smoker. Juliet,
Chef Juliet? I
Chef
love
Juliet
her.
from Licky Sticky Barbecue.
Oh, my goodness.
About to
in
celebrate their
Sunrise.
first anniversary of her brick and mortar.
And next to
she's
Piper High School.
Yeah, right next to where Lubie is a graduate of Piper High.
So is my CEO, Stacy Ritter.
I did not know Stacy went
Stacy
to
Ritter
Piper.
graduated from Piper
And
High.
I saw Stacy the other night at Heritage for
At
the
the
kickoff
Heritage,
dinner
yes.
where there was a little bit of drama. And there was also a little bit of controversy or at the bar fight last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
what happened?
because
What happened?
Well, Miles Robinson, who goes by Miles Standish, he won, and he did a very interesting drink. It was actually like a squash, a butternut squash.
Butternut squash.
Cocktail with wild turkey. It worked, actually. I sampled all the six
That sounds
drinks.
like something I had in the back of a pickup truck in Mississippi.
It worked. I liked it. It was inventive and creative. I was not a judge last night, but the judges agreed with me. I thought that was the best cocktail.
Wasn't there a kimchi cocktail too?
Yeah, he did a kimchi, which was like a spin-off of a Bloody Mary, where he used kimchi along with vodka, and it was a little bit spicy and vinegary. I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I like my savory cocktail. But Miles ended up winning. There were two other competitors. Both were great, but there's one, Diego, who used to work, I think works for the restaurant people. He kind of got DQ'd because he made this concoction, and it was a very dramatic presentation, using dry ice and all that stuff. But it wasn't the drink that he was serving the general public. He switched, and he went from a drink that the people voted for to be in the finals.
Yeah.
And then the judges said, this isn't the drink that the people voted through. So even though he made a very impressive cocktail, it was kind of tossed out.
God.
So Miles won, but it's a fun night. Everybody gets into it. I did my usual. Phil loves when I get on the microphone and I give my little spiel, and at the end I say, "F dry January," because everybody's drinking.
It's really impossible to do.
And I will
with the
say it
BLY
again here,
Festival.
but instead of saying the F word, I will say, "Screw dry January."
So we have a new event this year, the brunch.
The brunch
event.
Sunday
Is that
brunch,
sold
because
out?
Fort Lickerdale loves their Sunday
Is that
bottomless
sold out?
brunches.
Well,
it is sold
you know,
out.
Day,
Yes.
day drinking is the new club.
Yes.
Well,
Brunch is the new club.
My wife loves day drinking and being home by like 6, 7 o'clock and being asleep by 9 or 10.
She's a grown up.
That's
called a grown up.
As a semi-retired person, I do some day drinking during the week with the show, but it's also nice to do it on the weekends. And particularly now, they've assembled a nice little, squad of restaurants. They're going to bring some bites and have some sips. So that also is going to be at the Las Olas Beachfront Park there, right at the corner of A1A and Las Olas Boulevard.
I'm going to do dry February.
Okay, I think that sounds good.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
But, what I love, listen, I'm in tourism now. We market the destination. Visit Lauderdale believes in investing in this festival because it does represent everyone under the sun. It represents all our 170 cultures in Broward County through the thing we all unites us, which is food. And people are traveling here. It's freezing everywhere else.
Yes.
If I'm wearing boots in Fort Lauderdale, it's under 80 degrees.
Right. Val's the same way. Look,
Right.
she's got her
Oh,
pullover
yeah,
jacket, all that.
Right, I'm wearing my boots.
I think
Look,
it's
I got my
beautiful.
boots on.
But the visiting chefs, some of the
I
celebrities,
don't think I flashed anybody.
chefs,
but
they're all ecstatic. And
Yeah, so
Alex Ballou, who won season 21 of Hell's Kitchen, he came in from Tennessee. He went right to the beach. He has a great lobster suntan already, so it's all good.
It's 75 degrees in the middle of the day, and at night it's the 60s. So our FB&L bills are getting a break, and it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is.
In January.
I love it, and come on
And I
out.
also noticed that we were including more mocktails for the folks that are observing Dry January. We have more vegan chefs moving into the destination and doing some really good things. Well, Chef Sam.
Up in Pompano.
I had a conversation with our social media person today, and she said Chef Sam and the Rabbit Hole, when we post him on Visit Lauderdale, follow us, visitlauderdale.com, also Visit Lauderdale on social media. It's one of the most viewed reels. Millions of views. Millions of views.
He is very
Chef Sam.
talented, and he
is so
does
talented.
things with vegan ingredients that you wouldn't think possible.
You didn't
He
even
makes
know these things existed.
You would eat one
you
of
think
his.
it's a fried shrimp.
You think it's a fried shrimp. You think it's a chicken wing, but it's all using plant-based
These
material.
amazing plant-based. Rabbit Hole, Pompano Beach. Do not sleep on Pompano.
And
Amazing destination.
Talk about vegan. Plant the Queen down on Las Olas. They had
an
a
event last night.
intimate dinner, and
Yep.
I know that was a sellout.
Yep.
So, like you said,
Yep. And there's Blue
everyone
Tree.
under the
Have you heard
sun.
of Blue Tree?
Oh yeah,
It's a new Blue Tree Cafe. It's also vegan soul food.
very nice.
But, people are realizing that this is the quiet, sleepy, we call it laid-back luxury.
Yes.
And we have so many things to offer. And
The nice part is every price point is represented too.
Yes.
Whether you are on a budget, there's a lot of great mom and pop shops around, restaurants where you can get a dinner for two for $50.
And in the summer we do Dine at Lauderdale or 100 Days of Summer, and you can come in and participate. Go to visitlauderdale.com, subscribe to our email list, and you'll know when you're able to get all of these things at a bargain.
Yeah,
during the summer months.
It sounds great to me. And again, if you haven't been involved with this event, tickets for the 2026 festival will be going on sale right after this one ends. It's never too early to start. And you get those early bird pricing. It makes it like, I would say, fiscally irresponsible not to buy the tickets now when Phil and Kate are practically giving the tickets away for the next year's festival. And you want to get in on the VIP tickets for the grand tasting because that is one of the best deals in town. All right, let's take our final break. Nikki, thank you for spending time. You can hang out till the end of the show. But we're going to
I
take
like
our...
coming to you at the beginning of the night because I'm still sober.
Yes. Third and final break. We'll be back with more to wrap up the rock and roll edition of the Lunchbox after these words.
Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. If you want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting, have I got the place for you. Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi, fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and All right, now we're back on the Lunchbox.
You got a lot of good meals this week.
I always have a lot of good meals,
I
Nikki.
know.
Stick with me.
I
and
know,
you
but
will
they were really
be
cooking to impress this week.
Oh, yeah, no, Reno. The thing about Reno's is like he didn't just serve his usual, and he has great food there. You know, he does a great job with his pizzas and his pastas, and it's all house made. But he went like elevated, like
he put his foot
showing
in it.
his chops, and he made this the wonderful the porchetta, which is kind of rolled up pork, but you roll it and stuff it with all these ingredients. It was stuffed with like foie gras and walnuts and apples, and he made this special demi-glace, and it was like, holy shit, I didn't know you could cook like this, Reno. You are really talented.
So when she said, you're an idiot.
No. Which he said, get the F out of here.
Yeah, then he kicked you out of his restaurant.
No.
But I was just saying that, you know, at Timon and Friends, I had a green plantain mofongo with curry oxtail.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fat.
That was amazing.
And that was Jose Mendin, who everybody knows.
And then Nando made the aged grouper ceviche.
Nice.
With plantain chips.
Nice.
And big Mexican corn.
And
like
the Chang Gang, it looked like they did some of their usual Peruvian, Nikkei, some of the great
like
fish.
A lot of people, that's what walk and roll is all about. There are people that may not know that Peru has a big Chinese population.
Yeah, they have the chifa, which is the Chinese Peruvian mashup, and then they have the Nikkei, not Neki Mohan, but the Nikkei. It's the Japanese Peruvian. There's a huge Japanese population in Peru. So, you know, you have also the embracing of cultures, meshing together, South American, Asian, and it really is a taste explosion. I love all that stuff.
Listen, every culture says love in food.
Yes.
4-letter words. LOVFOOD.
Yes. And I am, and for me, it's leading to the diet. That's another four-letter word in my world. I try not to do it. But this week, all diets are off.
Well, I just didn't eat all day. I ate
off.
very well all day and saved my appetite for the bites tonight.
No, it's good. The problem with us, Lubie, So we got to do double duty. You know, we do some of these daytime shows at our wonderful sponsors, and we were at Batch New Southern Kitchen. Have you been in there yet?
I have.
The brunch?
I have.
Did you do a brunch?
They do great, and because they have like that whole Southern Kentucky flair. They've got great biscuits, and they do like great bourbon cocktails.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
they do
what
a great
I had.
happy hour. I always say you want to test the restaurants in Broward. You go to the happy hour, and then you come for the brunch.
That's it. Well, what we had today there was fried green tomatoes over a bed of cheesy grits, smoky cheddar
food.
grits. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
And bring on the Ozempic. That's all I gotta say. No, I'm in a place now where I'm just gonna enjoy myself this week and just keep eating. Keep enjoying all the different food.
We're gonna do dry February because it's the shortest month.
That's it. Yes, that makes it. It
makes much better
bearable.
sense.
Yeah, except for the Super Bowl. Oh wait, the big game. We gotta call it the big game. Yeah. It's all good here. We're gonna be wrapping up this edition. Oh wait, we've got Jimmy.
Yay!
Jimmy Anderson from Sweet Aloha Ice Cream. Of course, no show is complete without dessert, and it's always great to see our friend from Sweet Aloha Ice Cream. We'll get the mic up to you.
Mic check.
Jimmy, how are you, my friend?
I'm outstanding. How you doing, sir?
We've done a show with you out at your great location. Remind people again where Sweet Aloha Ice Cream is.
Sweet Aloha is located in Davie off of State Route 84 between Pine Island and University.
It's on the south side of 84. When you get off 595, it's right there. It's at the corner of Creamy and Delicious. And I love all this stuff. What do you got going tonight here? What are you serving?
So tonight we have authentic Hawaiian shaved ice, and we can make it Hawaiian style with condensed milk on top. I even brought the lihi moi powder that goes on top. That's famous in Hawaii. And then I'm also serving pineapple Dole Whip floats.
Yes.
Sounds good. So you didn't bring any of the spam cakes?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
Not today.
All right.
Maybe next time.
Although that's good. I liked it. I like the spam rice. You ever have that? It's all good. How things going? Season treating you well?
Oh yeah. Honestly, like December was crazy for us. Every year it kind of slows down during the school year when it starts back up. December we had 30% growth year over year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's so good to hear.
I am very heartened to hear that because you have excellent product.
Thank you, sir.
And I want people to discover it and support local. And again, you're doing something unique, a little bit
But you
different.
also give good customer service.
I try.
And that's what people love.
Thank you so much because it comes from our heart.
Absolutely.
It means a lot. It's all about aloha.
Yeah, and I'm glad that this year it is not raining. So raining on shaved ice is
And we
makes
still
things.
had a good time.
It turns things from ice to slush and sleet. We don't like that from the north.
That's true.
Yeah, but you're gonna be serving all night long. We're gonna be here again. If you want to still walk in, I think this is going for 3 full hours, so about 9:30. So if you want to come on out, and walk in. I think there's still some ticket
We still have
availability
some few tickets at the door.
at the door, and it's all going for a great cause because the beneficiary is the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. We call it Drinking for the Kids, and also eating great ice cream and all kinds of treats. Again, it keeps growing. I see a lot of happy, smiling faces here, Nikki. And you are a veteran of, when you do the live shot stand-ups at different events when they're loud or outside of sports events. What can you remember? Like, what's the loudest or craziest scene that you were in? Did you do any of those like Heat Championships?
Oh yeah.
And then,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've done every championship.
So this
I've
is
done
simple.
Super Bowls. I've done Heat Championships. I've done the Panthers champ. I mean, all of everything. But it's always that you just make sure you keep your eye out that you don't get the drunkest
Right,
person
the guy jumps
that's
in
gonna
and
jump
starts-
in.
No,
But you know what? If you can't beat them, join them.
That's it. Well, we've got a raucous, loud band. We've got a lot of people enjoying it. Jimmy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having me.
We're going to wrap it up for tonight. And again, this is also going to be airing on Wednesday, January 29th, the Lunar New Year, formerly
Yes.
known as Chinese New Year.
Happy New Year.
But it's the year of the snake, and I'm going to slither on out of here and start eating and drinking. Mike Lubie, thank you for your efforts in these challenging, but these conditions that are just, it's all good. We're covered.
We're having a great time. It's a party.
It's a party. All right, until
Come
next
on
time.
down and join us.
We'll see you tomorrow on the Lunchbox. Enjoy every Hainanese rice, every shaved Hawaiian ice, and enjoy every sandwich.